Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am here for no reason really other than to keep myself awake. So let's see then. Okay, so what I'm gonna go through today is just literally how do I say just going through the heroes and how each of them work, and hopefully waste more time on it. So yeah, alright, so let's start off with Mia. Okay, so our hero Mia here is of course a marksman. Her specialty is just reap really, and that comes from her I believe her passive and vision shots. Okay, so first of all we're going to go through her passive then. So each time Mia's basic attack hits a target, her attack speed will be increased by 5%, stacks up to 8 times, lasts 4 seconds. So basically this keeps recurring each time you attack, and obviously when you stop attacking it lasts the 4 seconds yeah, you know what I mean. So it's the 4 seconds for her passive to run out for you to have to stack up again, of course, unless I'm wrong. It probably is about, you know what, let's just try it out. Fuck man. Of course I'm not that high of a rank, but I'm just bored, man. I'm just bored, man. I can't. Right, let's see. Mia. Okay, whichever. So let's just try out her passive again. Okay. Right, actually, yeah, might as well turn this on a bit. Alright. Okay, right, let's just forget this. Let's just quickly do it on the jungle monster. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay then, there we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I believe it goes down by 1. Oh, there we go. So it just disappears straight away. So that's a passive down there, as you can see. Quit that now. So that's a passive. Okay. So with her first skill, I believe, it is also just a an activated skill. Oh, my bad. There you go. My bad. Okay, so go into this. Right, so vision shot. Pardon me. Mia splits her basic attack into 2 arrows, dealing 5 plus however attack she's got on her physical attack points, of course, to a main target, and 30% of that damage goes to others. So this may be applied to more than 2 targets. Oh, so yeah, there you go. So it's applied to more than 2 targets. So that's that. Okay, so that's that. So as obviously you want to maximize this skill for me last, because obviously what you want to do is the rain of, actually no, you know what, no, my bad. So you want to maximize your vision shots first, and then maximize your rain of arrows last, and then obviously turbo stealth when you when you can. Anyway, right, the next skill is rain of arrows. Okay, just shoots down a load of arrows like that, and then obviously when you hit the enemies 3 times or 4 times. Oh, my apologies. Right, so that's that. Dealing 5 hits. Okay, cool. Anyway, there you go. 4 times. So when these arrows hit 4 times, you will be stunned for 1 second. Okay, and of course, for the ultimate, Nia removes all her debuffs and conceals for 1.5 seconds, with her movement speed increased by 45%. Meanwhile, her attack speed is increased by 35% for 6 seconds. Okay, so of course, as you can see, as you level up those skills, your movement bonus and attack speed bonus will also increase. Okay, oh boy, sorry bro. Sorry bro, I cannot go into your ranked games at the moment. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. So she just literally turns invisible, sorry, my bad, for 1.5 seconds supposedly. Let's see that again. So beep. Yeah, that's about 1.5 seconds. Okay, so that's that. Of course, the skill cooldown is also decreased each level as you increase it by. Anyway, light mode. What's light mode? Oh right, there you go. So just never mind. So that's that on Mia. Okay, so for the next hero is Balmond. One for me, it is going to be one of the most underrated heroes, honestly. With Bluster. Okay, right. Sorry, my bad. My brain's not working very well here. So, let's go through his skills and passive. So, first of all, passive, the Bloodthirst. Okay, Balmond recovers 4% of his max HP upon killing minions and recovers 10 HP upon killing heroes. So basically, as you can see, oh, no skill demonstration. Okay, so basically, it heals 4% if you kill the minions. I don't know if that include the jungle monsters, but yeah. So just take it as minions and heroes. So minions 4%, heroes 10%. Okay. So Soul Lock, I don't know. It's just a dash skill. Okay, it's just a dash skill. So you can go through walls and everything with it. So what you do, boom. So you dash forward, and when you hit a target, you kind of knock them back slightly for a very small amount of time, and then after that you slow down the enemy as well for 2.5 seconds, which is decent actually. Slow them down by 40% to be precise, but lasting 2.5 seconds, which is a very a very long time in a game state. Of course. Anyway, for the next skill, it is Cyclone Sweep. His main source of damage actually. So what he does is basically do a tornado around himself, dealing damage, obviously an AoE damage skill. Okay. Dealing 80 damage plus 45% of his total physical damage, which is why he is more of a tank than a fighter. If I were you, I would just play him off lane, similar to Uranus. We'll get to him in a moment, not in a moment, but you know, however long this lasts. Okay, so that's how you play him. With the last skill, however, lethal counter. So basically, he just does a massive hey-ya like that. But of course, plus 20% true damage of target's lost HP. So basically, what this means is that the lower the target's HP is, the more damage it will do. So what you want to do is use it when the enemy's HP are very low. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna keep it very generalized, but there are so many things you can do with this this ultimate, man. But that is honestly up to you. I'll probably make another video about that. These are gonna be uncut videos, by the way, because obviously these are my first videos, man. I can't be bothered. I want to be honest with you. But anyway, and slowing them down for 40% again for 2 seconds. Oh, my apologies. Right, so deals up to 1,300 points of damage to non-hero units. So this includes minions, jungle mobs, buffs, lords, and turtles. Okay, so that's that. Okay, for the next hero, Saber, one of my favorites personally. That's why I got him the legend skin. I feel like the legend skin needs to be revamped soon. Maybe his animations, but yeah, that's very subjective. Anyway, right, let's go through the skills and passive. First of all, the passive, Saber's damage reduces physical defense by 7 of enemies, obviously, by 7 points. So that's just physical defense, and it stacks up to 5 times. So that is 35 points in total, and it lasts 5 seconds. That's that passive. All right, and now for his first skill, which works very well with his passive, of course, the Flying Sword. So what you want to do is basically activate this skill before you engage onto anything. So what it does is literally spin out and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, very easy. 5 damages to the enemy. Okay. And obviously, what you want to do after those swords hit them, you will you want to engage afterwards, and obviously as fast as possible. Usually you'd want to go for the squishies, meaning that they will get one-shotted or whatever else that you what you have in mind. Anyway, right. These blades deal very little damage, but of course, all you're doing is just poking them down and reducing their defense by 7 points per time they hit. Anyway, and obviously using charge. Oh, my apologies. Using charge, which is the next skill we're going to get into here, that will recall back all the swords which you have activated as a skill is activated, of course. Okay, you can go through walls with this dash, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much it. A very generic dash skill. Okay, and now the triple sweep, his ultimate. Okay, very useful. It is a crowd control skill for 1.2 seconds and dealing 3 blows, massive damages. My apologies. My apologies. And of course, the the skill damage increases as you level it up, and the skill cooldown is reduced as you level it up. So what you want to do with this hero is you want to upgrade the flying swords first, charge second, and triple sweep when available. Okay, that's that. Alice, right, one of my favorite mages of all time actually, as she is very hard to master in my opinion, but very easy to play once you master it. Okay, so let's go through the passives and skills. So blood ancestry. So when a nearby minion dies, it generates a blood orb. Each blood orb Alice absorbs will permanently increase her max HP by 10. My apologies. After absorbing 12, 25, 50 blood orb accordingly, she will receive permanently 10% cooldown reduction, and then, well, that's for 12 orbs. That will be 12 orbs for 10% cooldown reduction, 25 orbs for 10% magic lifesteal, and 50 for 40%, well, 40 movement speed points. Okay, and that is basically it. So basically, when you kill a minion, there will be orbs on the floor that looks basically like it is on the icon. Okay, and obviously when you pick that up, when you go near it, it will just float to you at a certain radius. Okay, so now flowing blood. Very disgusting name. I do not know why it's named such, but there you go. So what you do is basically summon an orb of blood, and wherever that orb lands or wherever it is at the time, you can teleport to that specific spot. Okay, that is her main source of damage also, and it does a load of damage. Okay, using the skill again, of course, that's basically it. I just explained it. My apologies. Okay, so blood ore, this one is basically a stun skill, so people will be immobilized by the usage of this skill. Okay, so bow like that, people are now put in place, and it stuns them for let me just check. It stuns them for 0. Oh, my apologies. Immobilizing them for 1.2 seconds. There we go. Oh, this is not good, is it, for the first video? Right, anyway, enemies will be slowed down 70% after immobilization. So yeah, basically you use the skill to initiate a fight. Sorry, this is to initiate flowing blood, and then after that, blood ore to keep them in place, and then of course we're going to the ultimate, blood ode. Okay, so she just basically does the sucking. There you go, that's the radius. So anyone in that radius will be sucked the life out of. So this means the more the merrier. So if there is more, there are more targets to suck the blood from, she will gain more lifesteal, of course. Anyway, so that's that. So what you want to do is you maximize that first skill first, second skill last, and ultimate when available. And of course, try to collect as many orbs as possible. It is not the end of the end of end all be all kind of thing if you don't collect the orbs, because obviously sometimes the enemies want to be quite aggressive and zone you out of your orbs and you don't collect them, and yeah, that's basically it. So basically bear in mind that you have to collect the orbs, but if you can't, do not worry about it. Okay, right, that's literally all I've got to say. Anyway, the next pick is Nana, or hero, my apologies. So her passive is Molina's gift. So basically when she dies, hopefully this loads. Does it load? Okay, so basically when she dies, she will transform into a little bunny. Whenever that happens. Okay, there you go, and she will be immune to everything for a split second, and then she will be able to kind of revive herself back again. Oh, for 2 seconds, there you go. So during the state that she is in, the Molina's form, she will be her movement speed will increase by 70%. Okay, and of course she'll be immune to everything. she recovers 10% of her max HP, but she cannot use skills. There you go. The blessing activates every 120 seconds. So basically, when you get killed, which you don't get killed, but you know the passive activates, it will take 2 minutes to cool down. Basically, that's what it means. Okay. Anyway, next skill, magic boomerang. So she just throws her boomerang into a straight line and back again. There you go, dealing quite a bit of damage, as you can see. So the first throw, oh, there you go, it does the same damage, the first throw and the second throw. Okay, so that is your main source of damage. Alright, now her this is why she is the support, because of her second skill. So Melina's Smooch, I don't know why it's called that, but it's quite a cute thing. So she puts down the thing, this thing will run to it and Smooch, there you go, she will turn into a Melina, and then there will be locked from using skills, the movement speed will be decreased, and the magic defense is also decreased on the enemies for 1.5 seconds, which is very very useful for people, which is why she is also a support, as I said. Okay, and now for Melina's Blitz. This is basically her ultimate. This is her ultimate, my apologies. She will step down 3 times, as you can see, 3 paws down there. Okay, watch it again. You can aim this skill any way you would like it to. Oh goodness me, this is not very good on me. My apologies. Yeah, so she will throw down three big foots, and if 2 foots hit the same target, she will be the target will be stunned, or the targets will be stunned, because it is an area of effect type of damage. Okay, yeah, so that's that. And the people that are stunned, they will be stunned for 1 second. Oh goodness me, the heroes that are stunned will be stunned for 1 second. My apologies. So what you want to do is max out the magic boomerang first, Melina Smooch last, and Melina's Blitz whenever available. Okay, of course you still have to play safe, as you are a support and a mage, but you can sometimes be aggressive if you need to, as you've got a Melina's gift available. Okay. So that's that. So I call it Tigreal. I don't know why the game has called it Tigreal, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so here is his passive, Fearless. So basically, each time he gets attacked, or he uses a skill, he will get a completion mark of his thing, and he will be immune to basic attack. There you go, to the next basic attack after getting 4 hits. There you go, basically. So those for minions are excluded, thank God, because obviously that would make him very overpowered. So yeah, this is basically why he is the tank that he is. So that's that. Okay, attack wave. Okay, so he just shoots out a shockwave in front of him, which deals quite a lot of damage and slows the enemy down. I'm gonna make this very brief because I am very tired. Anyway, Sacred Hammer. I don't know why this is called a Sacred Hammer, but what he does is pushes the enemies back or forward, and then when you use it again, he will knock the enemy up. No pun intended. Okay. This is his main source of power control. What you want to do is be able to combo this with his ultimate, which is the thing I'm about to explain now. Okay, so Implosion. So he shoves his sword down into the ground and he sucks the enemy into the center of his radius, basically. So anyone within that radius will be sucked into the middle and then will be stunned for a duration of 1.5 seconds, which is pretty good. So when you combo these two off together, you will have like a good, I don't know, so 1.5 seconds there, and then 1 second, that's 2.5. I say, you know what, I say that's a good 3 seconds stun. Okay, and 3 seconds seems like a lot of time, trust me, especially if you're doing it to the whole team, honestly, because that thing's possible. Anyway, my apologies. So what you want to do is maximize your Sacred Hammer first, your attack wave last, and Implosion when available. Okay, now my favorite hero, Alucard. Okay, so his passive is Pursuit. Alucard if Alucard's skill hits only one enemy, he will deal 1.2 times the damage. And if he hits two enemies or more, I'm guessing, it will deal 1.1 times damage. Alucard next basic attack, after using any skills, will deal 1.2 times damage and takes him to the target. So basically, each time he uses his skill, he will have a larger radius of attack, and he will basically fly to them and will hit them for a damage amount. Okay. So basically, with his passive, you can kind of like, how do I say? You can kind of stack his damage up with the skills. Not stack, sorry, my apologies. You can kind of go aggressive with his skills. So basically, what you want to do with him, as he is a role of fighter assassin, you will want to ambush them from the back line. You will want to take out the squishes first, as he is very you know, it's very easy for him to do so. So what you want to do is just aim for the skill and then you know, focus on the target. But anyway, right, so first skill, so ground splitter. Alright, what he'll do is jump to a designated area like so. Alright, and he will deal a certain amount of damage. And obviously, when you use a basic attack, you see, after using a skill, he will fly to the target like so. My apologies if I didn't show that in the first place. Okay, so that's that. For the second skill, okay, so whirling smash. So basically, he just do a spin and then he will deal an amount of damage. And of course, when you use a basic attack, it will go to the target. Okay, keep these things in mind, because these are the things that you will need to know as an Alucard player. Okay, so now Fission Wave, that is his ultimate. So basically, the first usage, it will lock onto a target. Okay, won't do anything to them, but what you do gain is a lifesteal increase. Okay, so Alucard increases physical lifesteal by 20% and lock onto an enemy. So meanwhile, his lifesteal is increased. Okay, meanwhile his lifesteal effect increased by right, this is where people get confused. Okay, so when you use your ultimate, your life still will increase by 20%. Okay, but when you attack onto the target, your life points will be increased by 100% if you attack the target. I think that's what it means. That's how I understood it. But when you use it again, you'll fire up a shockwave, which is you know, that goes in front of you, as it will demonstrate soon when it uses its ultimate again. And there you go. Has quite a long radius, so basically when you want to finish off a ranged enemy that is about to escape, you can just use your ultimate again, and voila, you have finished off an enemy. Okay, which does a lot of damage. Okay. Okay, so next thing is the upgrade. So for me, whichever I upgrade first is the one, but make sure to upgrade Fission Wave whenever possible. Alright. My apologies. So with Ground Splitter, if you want to be able to teleport to places faster, of course, Ground Splitter is the one. If you want to deal more damage with the Whirling Smash, of course, feel free to upgrade that, because obviously it will deal more damage, even though it doesn't have a large cooldown, but it will just deal more damage. Alright. Okay, so the next hero, Karina, one of the worst heroes in the game in my opinion. A very good assassin, however, if she is played right. Okay, so after attacking, her passive, after attacking twice continuously, Karina's third attack will deal extra 2 damage to the targets, equal to the 10% of enemy's lost HP. So basically, she will deal 2 damage to the enemy, 1, 2, and then 3. That is the 10% loss, you see. And of course, the more you attack it, or the more you attack the target, the lower the HP is, the higher the damage. Okay, so that is how she finishes off the target. That's how she finishes off the target, basically. Anyway, elusiveness. So she will become, as she uses it, she will become immune to basic attack, and her movement speed will be increased. Okay, and she will of course be able to do that mark onto the enemies and continue with her combos. What am I doing, honestly? Right, anyway, she would be able to be immune to basic attack for 3 seconds, 3 whole seconds. Okay, becoming immune to basic attack and speeding up. And of course, her basic attack is also enhanced with magic attack, magic damage. Sorry, with crit. Okay, there you go. So critical damage is also in play. Okay, when she attacks with this skill in effect, the target will be slowed by 40% and it will last 2 seconds. Kill or assists will reduce any of these skills by 60%, except from the ultimate, which is 80%. Okay, unless you get a kill with the Shadow Assault, you will reset this skill immediately. But anyway, back to the first skill. Of course, the higher your skill points is on here, the more the less time you'll need to have for the cooldown. Oh goodness me, I should not be doing this. And of course, the higher the damage you'll gain from using the attack. Okay, so Dance of Death, this one here. So she just swirls around like Alucard. There you go, and she will mark an enemy onto, you know, mark the enemies with her passive. Okay, so that's that. That's that really. Yeah. Now Shadow Assault. So basically, each time. Oh my bad. So she just basically teleports to the target and does an attack. Honestly, this hero is very easy to play, but I feel like she needs to be babysat a lot of times, unless you're going for the marksman kill when they are alone. Yeah, that's it really. So what you want to do is maximize her first skill last, second skill first, and Shadow Assault when available. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna sleep. I cannot do this anymore. Honestly. Oh boy. Alright, I'm just gonna end it. Right, discard and please.